Recording. Yes. So similar to what we did with the Wage Acts, let's compare three very important social security legislations. First one is the Employees State Insurance Act. The second one is the Employees Provident Fund Act. And the third one is the Employees Compensation Act. Very important. Three very similar sounding acts, but they serve again three different social security provisions, as in they serve three different functions. What are they? Let's take a look at them. We've already discussed all of this. This is just a revision video for you to go through this once you are done with your proper preparation. Okay. The ESI Act, or the Employee State Insurance Act, what does it do? There are ESI hospitals, right? It provides medical benefits, sickness benefits, maternity benefits, disablement benefits, and dependent benefits to employees. Okay, there are so many benefits, right? Now, what does the EPF, or the Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act, do? It ensures financial security. This is not medical benefits, not medical benefits, not medical treatment. Ensures financial security and post-retirement benefits through the Provident Fund. You get a lump sum amount after you are retired. Okay. It also provides, what is the miscellaneous provision? It also provides you with pensions. Along with the EPF, there is the EPS, Employees Pension Scheme. And along with that, there is also something called as the EDLI, Employees Deposit Linked Insurance Scheme. These three schemes together form the EPF and Miscellaneous Provisions Act, not just the Employees Provident Fund. And finally, you have the Employees Compensation Act, which provides compensation to employees or their dependents for injury or death arising out of employment, not out of not during other times, arising uh, out of or in the course of employment. An important term, please keep that in your mind. So why these three acts? Why these three acts? There is a small difference in the applicability and the scope of it. ESI Act applicable to non-seasonal factories, not seasonal factories. Okay, non-seasonal, which means yearly, year long. Seasonal, non-seasonal factories and establishments employing more than 10 people. If it is less than 10 people, no ESI. Okay. Again, EPF also applicable to factories and establishments employing more than or equal to 20 people, not less than that. EPF does not apply. That is why we have the ECA, Employees Compensation Act, where there is no minimum number, applies to all employees engaged in hazardous occupations listed in Schedule 10, Schedule 2, where even if the 10 employees, 20 employees number is not met, you still get a basic, somewhat lump sum compensation. Just to make sure that it does not apply to the armed forces and also to the mines. Okay, and also to mines, there is a separate Mines Act for that. Now, so what is the employee? Is there any difference in employee definition? In the ESI Act, it is a person employed for wages in or in connection with the work of a factory or an establishment. Not terribly important. Employees receiving wages up to the prescribed limit, directly or indirectly employed. There, here also wage limit is there. Okay. Now, what does the Employees Compensation Act say? Any person employed for hire or reward in an occupation specified in the Schedule 2. Now, the definition of an employee is not terribly important here, not the most important thing for you to remember and understand. Now, what about contribution? See here, in most cases, employee should contribute some money, employer should contribute some money. What about the employer contribution, employer obligation? In the case of ESI, the employer must contribute to the ESI fund. There is a common fund, right? And the employer must contribute to it. What is the percentage? Remember, 3.75 percentage and 0.75 percentage. 3.75 percentage of an employee's salary should be contributed by the employee. They should maintain records and they should provide medical facilities, which means hospitals. Okay, not the employer. It will be run by the ESI corporation. Remember ESI corporation? Now, in the EPF, the employer must contribute to PF. Remember 12%, 12%. They must contribute to PF. They must contribute to pension. Go back and refer to all these numbers. The pension and the insurance funds, they must maintain accounts and ensure timely remittance. All that is an offense if not timely remitted. Now, Employees Compensation Act, the employer should pay compensation, a lump sum amount in case of injury or death. They should also maintain accident records and report any incident to the authorities. So, what is the contribution? Again, contribution rates. In the ESI Act, altogether 4%. Employee contributes 3.25%. Sorry, employer contributes 3.25%. Please don't make mistakes with these numbers. Terribly important. Very, very important. The employee contributes just 0.75%. EPF 12 matching, right? The employer contributes 12% and the employee contributes 12% of the wages, which is basic wages plus DA. Now go back to that calculation again. From whose contribution some portion of it is taken. 8.3% is taken, which goes into the EDLI, the deposit linked insurance scheme. Go double check that. And in the ECA, very, very important, no employee contribution. No employee contribution. It is fully funded by the employer or the company. It is a liability. So again, what are the benefits provided? Here you had medical benefits, sickness benefits, maternity benefits, disablement benefits, right? Even funeral, you get some money. The dependents get benefits, right? Again, maternity benefits, please again go and compare that with the Maternity Benefits Act. Now, the under the EPF Act, that is, you get a lump sum provident fund during your retirement. You get pension after 10 years. Go back to the act after 10 years and insurance benefits. Okay, EDLI. Compensation Act, you get compensation during death, permanent or total or partial disablement or temporary disablement. Please go check what these terms are. We have learned all of these things in detail. This is just a revision. Okay, this is just a revision. I'm not getting into all the details here. Now, what are the important organizations here? The ESI Act has the corporation, the Employee State Insurance Corporation. Please go and check what is the constitution of the corporation, who all are there in it. The EPF is managed by the EPFO, Employees Provident Fund Organization, and the Employees Corporation, Compensation Act is managed by the Commissioner for Employees Compensation. Penalties, again, that is something that I'm okay with. Even if you make a mistake, I'm totally okay with it, because please learn the other important provisions, the contribution rates and other things. Please don't make mistakes with those. Okay, this is not terribly important. I'm skipping this part. Again, so the social security aspect, the objectives, link it with that. One is for health protection and income support during sickness and maternity. The other one is financial and retirement security for employees and dependents after a certain time. Okay. The other one, ECA, compensation, is compensation and protection against employment related injuries or death. Again, the ECA might seem that there is some duplication. Again, remember the 10 employees, 20 employees number. Here, no number applies. So I hope that was somewhat useful. I'm doing this so that it becomes a last minute help for you. Thank you.